slide where we said every country, every city, every company, every organization. Think of that big picture that we are zooming down to a very small piece of it that talks about a specific industry. That industry happens today to be the oil and gas. So if you remember when we announced end of 2013 the number of $19 trillion of value, of economic value to the world, we started actually breaking it down. So we said that cities in general are going to generate $1.9 trillion over the coming 10 years. Then we issued a report end of last calendar year about the Dubai value at stake. So how would the smart city of Dubai generate value out of the Internet of Everything? Today we are taking a different perspective where we're talking globally but about a specific industry. And I think that choice of the industry is actually quite interesting, not only because it's very important and very crucial for us here in the region, but the nature of the industry itself. That industry is a challenging industry because it's quite technical. Today, it's actually quite technical, it's very advanced, and it's extremely connected. So it's quite challenging to say how increased connectivity and adding more smart, not only devices and pushing the network is going to actually bring the wisdom that Rabia was talking about. So we're actually picking quite a difficult industry. The other reason why this industry is interesting is because it's an industry that is under severe pressure. It runs on a commodity that has lost around 50% of its price over the past 12 months. So there is a tremendous amount of pressure within that industry, simply because that industry doesn't believe that this is just one of those waves, because the oil prices went up and down several times across the past few decades. This time, the experts that we've spoken to in that industry believe that there is a different dynamic in place. There are some tremendous shifts in the trends of demand as well as in supply that they need to address to. And therefore, there is this pressure within this industry not only to cut costs and lay low until that wave has gone. No, they actually are under tremendous pressure to try and get the most out of the assets and the information and the technology that they have deployed already, get more out of their current investment. And when we ask them, what do you think will be an area of increased investment over the coming 2 years, 24 months, many of them actually focus on the operational efficiency of existing projects. Because we know that 32% only thought that it's about new capital projects. They do not believe that's an industry about those massive additional investments. How do we get more of what we have today? How do we run our projects more efficiently? And how do we run our assets and utilize them smartly? And I think when we ask them as well about where do you see that in the value chain of that industry, is it more around exploration? People have less appetite today to go into drilling more for an asset that has lost a lot of its value. On the other hand, they think that they can do more with production. Production in the sense that they believe that they can use technology to extract more resources out of a well as better manage their processes and their assets to become more efficient in general. Now imagine all those stories that Rabia was trying to paint, and think of them in something probably slightly more boring, but quite crucial. This offshore platform generates anything between 1 to 2 terabytes a day. That single platform. To put that into perspective, I used to work in data warehousing and business intelligence probably a decade ago. I remember someone telling me that one of the telecom companies have accumulated voice and SMS data and customer profiles that is around 1 terabyte.